Let's be real, most people do study at the last minute. They cram for an exam and then forget everything the next day. Does that sound familiar? That's because cramming only helps with short-term memory, but not long-term memory. If you actually want to study what you learned long-term, you want to space it out properly. I can cram exams really well. In fact, I've done it before and got 93% in my thermodynamics exam. However, it is not something I normally do. I have to say, studying 3 months prior is the perfect time for me. And that's where the 3-2-1 study method comes in, where you have 3 months, 1 month, and 2-week game plans. Instead of stuffing all of the information into your brain, it's better to split them up in this way so that you actually get more information sticking longer, so that once you do this test, the next test that comes along with the same contents will actually be a lot easier. And obviously, the whole point in you studying is not just for the grades, but also the learning aspect of it, so you can use the content for other things in the future. So I'll break down exactly how you're going to use this method in order to retain information for months without the stress. Before we dive into the actual method, let's talk about why this actually works. Your brain forgets things that you don't review consistently. There's something that we call as the forgetting curve, as you can see right here. It shows that if you don't review what you learn, you'll forget most of it after just a few days. The solution here would be spaced repetition. The more you repeat the same thing over and over again at a spaced amount of time, and you can do it regularly or you can do it randomly, this will actually be more strategic in how you are going to memorize the information that you're trying to retain. It's like, for example, when you hear a story for the first time, you're only going to remember maybe like 40% of the actual story. But the more the person tells you the same story over and over again, let's say your dad's telling you a story about their childhood, a month from now, you'll remember it more. A year from now, you'll remember it perfectly. So let's talk about how you can use this method step by step. Step 1 is the 2-week phase, and this is the deep learning phase. What you're going to do is that you are going to first learn the material. Then you're going to take detailed notes and highlight the key points and make sure that you understand everything that you're writing down. Now, this is the only time I'm going to tell you to make notes, because usually I do not condone writing notes for no reason at all. So this is one of the ways that you can use notes, because the next part is the most important part, which is to use active recall on the notes that you just made and to test yourself the information that you already wrote down. So you're not just writing down the notes passively, you're actually using it as a tool or a material to do your active learning later. Next, you're then going to summarize the notes all over again, but this time in your own words, or teach it to somebody else. I used to do this a lot, especially for like mass transfers and whatever subject that has a lot of like words in it. Let me see if I can find it. This was honestly how I take notes for like thermodynamics when I was still studying it in class. I wasn't studying it for the exam, obviously, but as you can see, this is how I write my notes. I'll put a screenshot up for you guys to see fully, but it's basically, I have the middle, this is the Cornell method. So the middle part is where I write all of the notes detailed. On the side is where I write the keywords, all these summarized parts. But how I do it is I use the side parts to summarize in my own words, but allowing myself to check with the notes that I just wrote, so I can see if I made a mistake or something like that. And then at the bottom section where I write summary, this is where I fully rewrite it again in my own words. So I'm applying spatial repetition already and active recall in the same study session. Now, the second thing is, if you don't understand what you're saying here, it will not work. The main thing from this method, the first 2 weeks, is that if you don't actually understand what you're learning, you will never be able to get to the next part, because it will never make sense to you and you will never remember it. So make sure you try to understand it first. You can use YouTube videos, you can ask your teachers, whatever it is. Just find a way to make sure that you understand it fully. For me, visualizing it or just doing the Feynman technique always helps, because when I say it out loud, I actually like piece the pieces together and I actually understand it further. Step 2 is the 1 month phase, and this is the reinforcement phase. After the 2 weeks, you're going to revisit your notes again and you're going to test yourself again. And this is where you apply spatial repetition even further. You don't want to just reread the text. You want to actually test yourself by using flashcards, mind maps, practice questions, past paper questions, whatever it is. From here, you're then going to identify the weak spots that you're still missing so that you can go over it again next time. This will also allow you to fill in the gaps in your understanding to see if you missed anything. At this stage, you are reminding your brain that you already have the information and to recall that information so that you can use it further. Then you have step 3, which is the final strengthening phase. And this is the 3 3-month phase. So this is your last major review. This is in the final 3rd month, and this is the review that you will have before the exam. You want to do as much practice questions as you can and to simulate the exam conditions as much as you can as well. No phones, no food, no distractions whatsoever, just you, the paper, your pen, your calculator, whatever other things you need, like the ruler, for example, but nothing else aside from that. No laptops, no iPads, nothing. Unless you were doing your past papers on the laptop or the iPad, then yes, obviously. But aside from that, no distractions at all. At this point, you also want to start using memory techniques because honestly, this is the perfect time for your mnemonics and acronym storytelling and all of those things to recall information because you're applying it at the perfect time for short-term retention and long-term retention at the same time. So you kind of have like the best of both worlds here. At this point, the information will start to feel very natural as if you've already had this knowledge in your mind since birth. This final phase is where you lock everything in. So when the exam actually comes around, you will be perfectly fine because you already know everything. Trust me, for my A-level exam for A-level chemistry, I did not do any revision the day before the actual exam. I was so ready for it because I had spent 3 months just grinding a bunch of past papers, flashcards, mind maps, flowcharts, again and again and again, doing blurting, Feynman technique, Pomodoro technique, method of loci. Literally, I did so much in the 3 months that made me so prepared that in the actual day before the exam, I did nothing because I was so relaxed, I was so ready for it, and I got an A. Now here's some bonus tips for you in order to help this further. Firstly, track your study sessions. You want to use a planner, or for me, I like to use like a Bujo journal and I just write down what days I actually did study, what days I didn't. And this will help me to see if it's time for me to do the spatial repetition again. Now, if you have, like obviously now you have AI, back then I didn't have AI, but nowadays you can actually set like automatic reminders to give you like practice quizzes up to your notifications immediately. So you can ask ChatGPT or Gemini to do that for you. You can also use like Study Fetch, which is the one that I use, where you can actually see the spatial repetition on your flashcards and things like that. And then if you want to solidify it further, use different study techniques. Don't just use Feynman technique only. Use also blurting, mnemonics, method of loci, eat the frog. Literally every study technique out there, give it a try and try it out for every single subject that you want. Just be careful and keep in mind that there's no such thing as a perfect study technique that works for every single one. Like the methods that you use for maths will not be the same that you use for geography, for example. And the ones that you use for chemistry won't be the same as you use for physics because they're slightly different even though they're more or less the same. You also want to keep the reviews short but focused. So your revision sessions don't need to be 15 hours long. You just need to do it for like 30 minutes every single day, but it's going to be focused and it will actually have more impact rather than you sitting there for 15 hours doing nothing. And lastly, obviously being consistent. Like that's probably the most important thing, especially if you are trying to apply spatial repetition, which is why 3 months is the perfect time for you to do this, because in 3 months time, you are able to apply as much spatial repetition as possible. So yeah, this method will save you a lot of time and a lot of stressful crying, because I have cried so much when it comes to exams, and I have cried over cramming multiple times and thinking that this is the end of the world for me, blah, blah, blah. But promise me that you won't do that, because you don't need to, because this will help you so much. Trust me. You'll actually remember what you study instead of just like learning it and then it just disappears. So try it out and see how it goes, and let me know if you have any thoughts about it. Comment down below which one you found helpful. But yeah, if you found this helpful and you think your friends will find it helpful, don't forget to share it with them. Give me a like and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. See you in the next video. All the best. Bye.